Hello, welcome to the Graduated Voice Updates. Be ready for the real tea, details to tell. Well, imagine meeting a robot that can breathe like a human being and also sweat in extreme conditions. The robot even sweats at the butt. Yes, from behind. You heard me right. Researchers at the Arizona State University have taken up the task to explore this perspiring and breathing robot. Let me introduce to you Andi, the first outdoor sweating robot. And as we get into that, please make sure that you subscribe to this channel so that you do not miss out on any human interest stories. You can also choose to like this video and share it out there. The question one would ask is, what will happen to giving birth? Is that the end of babies and all? If a robot can now breathe, imagine a breathing robot. Well, the main purpose for this particular robot is to aid in research. Instead of using a human being as a lab rat, then the robot takes over. Whereby it could help experts better diverse products, ways, and treatments to keep people safe as the planet climatic changes, such as global warming pattern, that is the warming patterns occur, or understanding of how a person's body reacts biologically to higher temperatures. Something that will make you ask yourself, is the robot built like a human being on the inside? Because if you want to understand the biological state of a human being, then you'll have to have a biological body that is have the intestines. Do intestines really aid in sweating of a body? Not really, but every function of a human body aids in one way or another in something that happens in the body. Will these robots have lungs in it? Will they implement all this stuff in the particular robot? You can tell me what's your take on that particular case. Do you feel like the robot has all these items? This is also something that makes you wonder, will they soon also discover something that can also give birth instead of human beings, that instead of women giving birth, you find that the robot is giving birth on your behalf? We have people who carry pregnancies for other people. So can we have a robot that actually carries the pregnancy for someone instead of, the woman taking up the entire responsibility? Well, let's go back to Andi, the sweating robot. The southwestern state's capital, Phoenix, is currently experiencing its longest heat wave in history. Days for days now, it has been extremely heated up. The way we also have days whereby we have extreme cold in some areas. Then this case is actually a lot of heat, being like placed from the burning pan to the fire itself. You can imagine being such a situation. Apparently in Kenya, one of the places that people state that it's very hot, it is in Mombasa. Imagine now having a robot that understands that climatic condition in the coast region, and now you can actually regulate it, or maybe give people tablets or serums so that they can use, so that they can be able to control this particular heat without damaging themselves. Too much heat damages even your very own skin. A person like this particular heat is very dangerous for a person like you and me. This is an extreme threat, but for Andi, it is a lovely day out. Yeah, Andi, imagine he just goes out there and he's like, okay, he just sweats the butt, the face, and all, and it is fine with him. Being the first, Andy being the actually is the first, being the first world's outdoor thermal mannequin that can be taken outside and measure how much heat it is experiencing, then makes it a realistic way of experimenting the human response without endangering any human beings. Although most of the times when it comes to such researches, we find animals are the ones being used. Animals like monkeys, they are the ones that have the closest structure to a human being, I believe. So so far so good. Make sure that you subscribe to this channel for more stories. Yep. Well, the researchers hope that it will provide a better understanding of hypothermia. Hypothermia is when a body overheats, a condition that is threatening a huge proportion of the world's population as a result of global warming. Well, global warming is something that has been talked about every other day, and the body overheating is also something else. Most of the times, I don't believe that Kenya has gotten itself to a point whereby it is too much. There is so much heat in the country. Most of the times, what we find is reported cases of drought in the country here and there. Well, the team also dreams of developing low-code sensors to be used on building sites to adjust working hours according to the heat actually felt on site and the health of the workers, rather than based on general weather conditions. You find like, for example, during the Mjengo times, this particular robot will help you regulate the working hours. Instead of you going to, let's say, the building, the construction area from in the morning to evening as we're used to, it will help you regulate, whereby if it starts getting overheated or it's too much for the human being, then you are allowed to go home. Sounds like a good thing, right? Tell me in the comment section what you think about that. The other question on this particular thing is how long should a person stay in a cooling center to cool off so that their core temperature goes down to a level that is safe again? With Andi, that question can be answered. Do you know, sometimes you feel like, Joto, there's so much heat in this place. All I need is to go to somewhere cool and then go outside there. We do not know for how long you should stay in that cooling area. Or maybe just assume that right now I am feeling much, much better. With Andi, you can actually discover how long are you supposed to stay there so that you do not overstay your stay. Okay? Well, for obvious ethical reasons, nobody measures core temperature increase while somebody gets heat stroke. But the effects of it on the human body are still not fully comprehended, and it gives researchers a chance to understand. When you have a lot of heat, when your body is overheated, there's just some things that are not looked at. Even with the technology, let's not just go from outside the country, let's just remain right here where we are at, that is Kenya. There's some conditions that you're not measured and doctors do not even understand it. But now with Andi present, this will be made much, much easier. That's the presence, that's the advantage of having Andi into the world, the birth of Andi. The research team can make digital twins of the mannequin to look at different segments of the population. So if the population effects in Kenya is different from that in Uganda, then it can be helped. But in this particular case, just know that it is not in Kenya yet. It's just happening in Phoenix because of the current heat changes in that particular area. So I don't know what's your take on this. You can talk to me in the comment section. Do you feel like it is a good idea? Do you think that this mannequin, the robot, is going to be effective? Or do you feel like if this robot was brought to Kenya, it could be effective when it comes to matters of Kenya, working hours, heat, and all those? Or Kenya tuko tu sawa, watu wako tu sawa? Or let's just talk about Africa itself. Talk to me in the comment section and remember if it's happening and all about it. And if I know all about it, I'll tell you all about it. So you can choose to like this video, share it out there, subscribe, turn on the notification bell to get the reality details to tell.